Hey, hey, hey. Time for another out of this world story from rSpace. I just filed for divorce on my wayward spouse in an affair fog. I'm scared. I can't believe I am at this point in my marriage right now. A month ago, I would have never guessed this would happen. Up until this point, our marriage was great. Never left each other's sides, great sex, dates every weekend, and always had each other's backs no matter what. I have done everything in my power to make sure she has had a great life. After knowing a man at the gym for about 2 months, my wife started an emotional affair with him. Fun fact, I would also like to add that this guy has 3 different gym memberships for different gyms. After confronting her about it, she refused to stop seeing him. She says, she's in love with him, and they sent each other flirty texts and nudes. She suddenly says that she hasn't loved me for a while, and that the affair partner makes me feel like a woman. However, the love seemed so real up until this guy came into the picture. Ever since seeing this guy, she is like a completely different person. Cold, resentful, and completely not interested in me. After doing the pick-me dance for 2 weeks, I professed my love for her for the final time and ended it with saying, "It's him or me." Her answer was, "I don't know what I want." I stormed out of the house, outed her to my parents and my in-laws, and contacted affair partner's girlfriend. After this, wayward spouse got pissed at me, saying, "I'm a pussy for telling our families." When she found out I told affair partner's girlfriend, she went berserk, started yelling, pushing me, throwing things. She then started saying to me that we are finished and we have no chance. The affair still continues. Wayward wife and affair partner pretend like they stopped seeing each other just to get affair partner's girlfriend to get off his back. If wayward wife and affair partner are so in love, why wouldn't he dump his girlfriend? Since then, I have implemented the 180. I've also found messages of wayward wife and affair partner talking about what their babies might look like. They're going on dates in public, and the affair has gotten physical. I decided enough was enough and filed for divorce. She will be getting blindsided by papers in 10 or so days. She probably would never expect me to do this, but that's a good thing. I need to show her that I am serious and that I am not her second choice. On the day she's served, I plan on going nuclear, telling our families what all she's been up to lately with the affair partner, showing proof of continuing affair and physicality of the affair to affair partner's girlfriend, cutting off her gym membership, separating my money from our joint account, and making her get out of the house. I am so scared of her getting served and doing all of these things, but I know it needs to happen if I want any chance of lifting the fog. My hope is to save my marriage by dropping an atomic bomb on it, but I'm prepared for the worst. Where I live, spouses need to separate for 6 months before any divorce can be finalized. If she doesn't come back to me in that time and implement the changes I need from her, then I know there was nothing to save. It'll be tough if that's the outcome, but I'll be okay and grow stronger from it eventually. Let's see what the community thinks. Indy1988 says, "Brother, you need to let go of the idea of her. It seems even after all the disrespect, you are hoping that she comes back to your life. Reconciliation is possible when both agree. She would come back when the affair partner kicks her. If you take her back again, she will do it again. Don't be disrespected. You deserve better." Anna Ethema says, "Listen to this advice, OP. If you take her back, she will just do it again. You need to accept the fact that your wife is gone, and nothing either of you can do or say will make things how they were before she found her boy toy. Sorry, man. You need a reality check because you are only in for more pain if you tried reconciliation." The OP comes back with, "Holy F, there is nothing to save here." Silmarp's thoughts? "There is you to be saved. Just run. In time, you will recover. She's not honest. Let me tell you something simple. You are worth more than her. The way to have better people in your life is by purging bad people. You don't let table scraps and trash at your living room. You clean it. You need to do the same to your life. Clean yourself from toxic people so you have the best people at your life." The fog may have given her courage, but she is not forced by the fog to do nothing she doesn't want. The disrespect is on her and not on the terrible fog that justifies everything. Auntie Costa says, "AP will kick her back. He is still with his girlfriend for a reason. Eventually, his wife will crawl back to him. Shouldn't take her back. She will not come back for the right reasons. She will come back because he is her backup plan. When he told her to choose between him or AP, she replied that she didn't know what to do. That's womanese for, when my affair partner tells me he will dump his girlfriend for me, I will divorce you. However, when he dumps me, I will stay married to you. This is basically what is happening here. He should just divorce her and get her out of his life. Full no contact forever. And now for the update. About a month and a half ago when I made this post, I thought I was through playing the pick-me dance, but looking back, I definitely still was. I had this fantasy in my head that having her served would finally wake her up, but that wasn't the case. She was thankful for the divorce. Like I said on my last post, in the state I live in, after the initial filing, the couple must be separated for 6 months before the proceedings begin. I decided not to go completely nuclear, to not ruffle any feathers. Let me tell you, whenever people on this sub say to divorce while a wayward spouse is an affair fog because you'll get a better deal, listen to them. She let me have our house, our dog, and pretty much anything I wanted to keep. She also agreed to sign a court order saying she can't come after me for spousal support. She moved out today. It was probably the most bittersweet thing I've ever been through. On one hand, living with her for the past 2 months was absolutely brutal. On the other hand, it feels like a huge chapter of my life is coming to a close. I cried pretty hard the moment she walked out, but I know this is absolutely for the best. Her and an affair partner are still talking and sneaking around, and he still has his girlfriend. Wayward wife is naive as hell and still neck deep in the fog. I'm still shocked by how infidelity changes a person's whole personality. My wife and I were together for 10 years, and she was legitimately my best friend. We had all kinds of plans for our future. Once the affair partner came into the picture, she could barely tolerate me. She absolutely resented me and could not stand to be around me for the past 2 months of living together, and I was way more civil than I should have been. You'd think I was the one who cheated. I'm starting to come to terms with the fact that she may have been a covert narcissist. Back when I made my initial post, I was a broken mess. I could barely eat or sleep, and I spent most of my time lying in bed. I've come such a long way in a month and a half. I feel so much better. I still mourn what once was, what could have been, but it doesn't occupy the majority of my thoughts anymore. Individual counseling has helped greatly. I've been hitting the gym, leaning on family and friends for support, and re-pursuing my hobbies. I've also got a few new hobbies lined up that I'm really excited to try. Since she legally can't come after me for spousal support, I decided that finding a new and higher paying job would be a good change of pace for me. I have a few interviews lined up that look really promising. Also, a ginormous thanks to everyone who posts in this sub. Your stories and advice have also helped me immensely in my healing. I realize that I've already been through the worst of what will be one of the most traumatic events of my life, and that gives me this strange sense of confidence and fearlessness that I've never felt before. This separation period will be a new start for me. I can take my life in any direction I want to. I feel more empowered than I have in my entire life. I don't know what the next 6 months has in store for me, but I know that I will evolve into the best version of myself during it. For any betrayed spouses out there struggling, it doesn't matter how much they gaslight, blame shift, or rewrite history. I encountered all of this up until the moment she moved out. Cheating is not your fault, and you are enough. Your wayward spouse could have tried to talk about any relationship issues with you or just ended things like an adult. They chose the most hurtful, immature, and cowardly way out. Wayward spouses are weak people who have serious character flaws. You can make it out of this in one piece, and you can heal in a short amount of time. This may be some of the most generic advice on this sub, but just take it one day at a time and focus on yourself. Like, actually put in the work to focus on yourself. It absolutely works. Durakoog starts off the comments with, "Have you given the affair partner's girlfriend the continuing info about the affair?" The OP responds back, "For now, I've just decided to sit back with a bucket of popcorn and watch the mess unfold. I don't want her to become vindictive once the proceedings start in 6 months, and doing this would definitely make her vindictive. As much as I want to tell affair partner's girlfriend everything, I need to look out for myself." Straight Goods 30 says, "I don't blame you, but as soon as the paperwork is done, blow up their little lie and watch the crap hit the fan. Oh, and watch out for her come crawling back once the thrill of the affair is gone, talking about how she made a huge mistake and it's you who she realizes she wants to be with. Stay strong and tell her that she made her bed, now sleep in it." Still a Born So keeps the comments going with, "A simple anonymous Dear Jane letter letting her know that she needs to get STD tested Because of two side women, paperwork's already signed by her, so just ask your lawyer if it is binding. It should be. The two women comment will help extra pop her fog bubble. An exceptionally underhanded move is talking to her parents to let them know you don't blame them or hold resentments for the divorce, and shouldn't blame themselves for her cheating, if they didn't know already. Don't keep her secrets for her. That's not your responsibility or concern. Just stock up on popcorn and prepare to stonewall her when she realizes and tries love bombing you back. If you fall for it, she will quickly stop and revert back to the gaslighting cheater she is. What we have we keep continues. Good on you, dude. Keep on focusing on yourself and don't jump into any new relationships too fast. Be prepared for her to beg for you back after she finally realized the dude isn't gonna leave his girlfriend. Don't let her talk her way back into your life, but also be prepared for her never waking up from the fog. Don't live your life waiting for her to come to her senses. As good as it would feel to hear her beg for you back, the honest best case scenario for you is that you never hear from her again outside divorce proceedings. The OP's response: she'll be back one or two more times next week to pick up a few things, but I fully plan on going no contact afterward. Hells No says, no contact is the best. You sound like you're in a good place and it will only get better once you're disengaged. Cut her out and off. And our last comment comes from Nick7070. No contact is the only solution for a cheating spouse, nothing less. Never pick up trash that belongs in the street. Go live your life and be happy. And when she comes crawling back to you, ignore her and act like she's a nobody and a stranger. You don't need trash in your life.